Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we are going to be continuing on with our Resurrect Never Dying Ultimate Priest deck. If you haven't seen the first episode of our deck testing on this deck, it's quite fun. The way that we, our last game that we had played and how we lost was not fun at all. I would have to say that's the least interactive funness I think I've had in quite some time, but the other two games before that were actually really fun, and very interesting, very cool deck, and I definitely like the new hero portrait. So we're playing against a warlock. We're gonna make the assumption it's Zoo, because why wouldn't it be? Because we're going against Zoo. Yes, we can keep the pain, we can keep the soul priest, because if we get the circle of healing, it's basically GG no re. So against the priest, I'm actually gonna keep the field clear and the single target removal, and then if we can draw into some of our resurrects or get into like the injured blade master resurrect combo, it works for me. But either way, I think this is fine. So we don't have to coin into the pain because we don't have a play on turn 2, so we actually can just play the pain on turn 2, and then that leaves our turn 3 to heal, turn 4 to heal, or we can actually coin on 4 into the Holy Nova depending on the situation. But so far, so good. Sorry for that. Alright, so there's the Circle of Healing, which means we can actually on turn 3 go coin Alchemy into the Circle of Healing into the turn 4 Shadow Word Pain heal. Or we could just go ahead and just kind of heal ourselves, wait 2 more turns, but that's just too long, so we're just going to take care of one of these guys. It's too much damage too quickly. 1 for 1, he took 3 is fine. It also makes it so if we like kind of just hold on to all of our cards, he can be like, oh yeah, he's definitely has the whole wombo in his hand. So, wow. Shadow Word Pain was wasted because I would definitely want to use it on there, so maybe we used it a little bit too early. I guess we're just going to heal and end. There's no point to really push anything. He only has 5 damage. We heal for 2. We take 3. So I want him to drop like 2 more creatures, and then we can go Soul Priest. Oh man, this kind of sucks because this doesn't die to the Circle of Healing this. Uh-oh. Well, it does if we go coin... Yeah, so I guess we go coin Holy Nova. This looks bad, but it's actually not too bad. He gains 1 from here. This doesn't die. He could Doom Guard, which would be really bad. So I guess Doom Guard if he has it on turn 5. He draws 2. Can't kill it. And, yeah. So let's just hope he doesn't have Doom Guard. Alright, well... I was also hoping maybe one of those was Silverware Golem just to kind of get it out of the deck, but it was not. So this is going to be rough, which means we have to draw into the second Circle of Healing, or we can draw into Shadow Word Death, because if we don't, I think we've lost. Using that Shadow Word Pain that early was, it worked very much against us. And with the Imp Gang Boss getting this 1/1 out of here, and the fact that we couldn't use this on 6 to kill it, means that this can trade into here, and we still are going to take 5 damage no matter what, which means we need to draw into like Shadow Word Death and start healing ourselves. But the thing is that he can just rebuild the board and deal 10 damage easy. Like dealing 10 damage from him, even if he just draws a Soulfire here, like yeah, we just lost. So even with a very solid opening hand, dude, shut the fuck up. Even with a good opening hand, I mean, we did draw into Karen, Rag, Bog, and Tomb in Sylvanas, which are all of the highest drops in the deck. Like, actually the highest drops. The remainder of the deck, you know, is very cheap. I guess the Onyx Bishop is in there too, but when we have the Blade Masters, we have, you know, give a card some health, draw a card, 2 Shadow Word Pain, 2 Shadow Word Deaths, 2 Circle of Healings, 2 Soul Priests, 2 Holy Novas, 2 Excavated Evils. Like, there's a lot of other things that we could have drawn, so I figured that was just kind of a bad game. Going against the Huntard, I think we're going to keep the Blade Master and the Soul Priest. Because the Soul Priest is good because if we draw a Circle of Healing, we have a backup. The injured Blade Master, of course, is good anytime in the early game. Just the fact that, first of all, if he kills it, we can just res it and it's fine. And if he doesn't kill it, we can just keep healing it. And then the Barnes, of course, is fantastic. So the question is here, do we coin on 3 into Barnes, or do we just coin on 2 into the Blade? That is the true question. I think we could go and coin on 2 into the Barnes, or into the Blade. Because I feel like if we don't, it sets us too far behind. But Barnes would have been good too. I guess we also could have Circle of Healing. But then we don't have anything to combo with Soul Priest. But he can just Deadly Shot it, or Eagle Horn. But if he wouldn't have been able to do that with Circle, it's questionable. We're still learning. I guess Barnes might have been good either way, because Barnes could have bring out something real nice. I'm assuming he's playing mid-range too, because the secret deck doesn't play the Grandmother. Houndmaster? Horse Rider, so definitely more of aggressive based hunter here. Alright, so we'll play with Barnes, no doubt. Or we could actually Shadow Word Pain this and heal, but Barnes is good because it can bring out something that we need, and then we can draw into maybe Onyx Bishop or Resurrect next turn. Yeah, so this is okay. So if we draw a Resurrect, if we Resurrect, we could get a 6/8 or a Injured Blade Master. So the chances are pretty high. So he's going to tracking into... What is he looking for? Savannah Highmane would be good next turn, or a Houndmaster would be good for him now. So we'll see if he goes for either of those. I wouldn't mind if he swings the Kindly, because then we can actually draw into Holy Nova. That'll be pretty good. Okay, so he decides to go for the trading and the value here instead of going for the protection of the board and face, which is an interesting line of play. So we don't have really anything good to play. We could go Soul Priest, Circle of Healing, which just feels awful. We can't even Soul Priest Hero Power. Excavated Evil also feels pretty bad, and then the Priest of the Feast doesn't die to what he has on the board, but it comes close, plus it's 5 damage we're leaving on here. But the Excavated Evil kind of puts a card... Yeah, I think the Excavated Evil's fine. The reason being is we have Soul Priest, Circle of Healing. That is the only reason. If we didn't have that, I wouldn't do it. And also, you know, stops the damage and it puts a really kind of bad card in his deck that he normally doesn't want to see. That's one of the not so good Huffers. Because I guess we could Soul Priest Hero Power, but that feels pretty bad. Shadow Ward Pain doesn't do anything. I wish we could give him a Leok. Then we could have feasted Shadow Ward, but that doesn't work out. Ooh, this is hard. I guess we could feast and then resurrect, and hopefully it gives us the bog. What was the other option? It would have gave us a bog, a Barnes, or an Injured Blade Master. So it's a 33. It's the same roll as he gets Huffer that I get bog. So if we're playing that, we'll get bog every time. So he picked that kind of quick, so... If it's he's going to be scared to play Savannah Highmane if he has that in his deck due to the fact that we can entomb it. Granted, we don't have entomb yet, which means we need to drop Sylvanas ASAP, but we'll see what happens. So there's the kill command. Will he use his face or will he use the Huffers? Okay, so face definitely here, and then the Huffers to make trade and then go with the quick shot, or will he go face and just hero power? I think he's going to make the trade and quick shot. In that case, it's perfectly okay with us because then we can drop Sylvanas, or we could just drop the Bog. And if we drop the Bog, then we can just follow up with the Sylvanas Hero Power. But if we play Sylvanas now, we off-curve both of these, meaning we can't fit in a heal in between them. So... Oh, no Bog, or no quick shot, just the Charger there, which is fine. So I guess we could just go with the Bog here, and then next turn Sylvanas Hero Power. And the Sylvanas would have been also bad because he could definitely quick shot and just kill the Sylvanas, no big deal. But this just puts another huge kind of wall in his way. And I don't think he plays, if he plays Deadly Shot, it would be just 1, based on how aggressive his deck is. There's a secret, we know we're never going to attack you, bruh. Quick shot, quick shot. Okay, draw 1. Definitely gonna Shadow Ward Pain that, and then we're gonna check to see if it's the Cat in the Hat. It is. So we could go ahead and Excavated Evil, or we could just Sylvanas, and I think Sylvanas is the best play here due to the fact that hunters have a really, really terrible way of dealing 1 damage to creatures. And we're at 21 life, not too shabby. My way, no way. In my heart, I choose to stay. That new, what is it, Calvin Harris song, My Way? It's a pretty good song. It's a little catchy, and it like changes the pace of how fast he sings to like slower and faster, slower and faster. It's interesting. Oh man, Taurande, how you doing? What you doing, Huntard? What you doing, bruh? You want to call the wild, bruh? You gonna go face, bruh? We go Soul Priest, Circle of Healing, bruh. Or we could honestly just go Sylvanas into Bear. No, I don't know. What would we do? We'd have to tweak the numbers. Maybe we got disconnected. Maybe we got disconnected. If you watched the last deck testing, we got disconnected like 3 or 4 times, and we're gonna blame that on my uncle. Maybe he just quit. Maybe he quit. All right, so definitely going for the oh, resurrect. What'd I get though? I need to know what I got. Oh, Barnes, you trickster, you. So we've played 5 people and 3 of them have quit. That's an over 50% quit rate. That's pretty good. We're almost, what are we, rank 8? We're going to 7 with this deck? Gee willikers. We can do it, boys. Resurrect. All right, so we win this. I'll call it a night. I'm super tired. I know this would be a shorter video, but 2 videos is like the max I can do back to back now. I'm just exhausted after these days, guys. These days are insane. So Barnes Keepy and Soul Priest, I think we'll even keep that too. I can't be too greedy. We draw Circle of Healing. It's basically like a restart on the board. I can't deny the Soul Priest the value. Plus we have coin, so it's like coin Barnes feels all right. 3-drop. Could bring out, oh, can't bring out Rag. I was gonna say, oh, I could bring out a Ragnaros the Light Lord. Little do I know, Rag's first card in our hand. He has also unlocked the League of Adventures card back guides, so we also have to be cautious. He might have the League of Explorer cards, which could include Reno Jackson. So, Reno Jackson Shaman incoming. Alright, so the Squire. Another Soul Priest. Definitely feeling very priesty today. This card also doesn't really remind me of any sort of priest. Like I don't look at her and think, wow, that's a priest. So Shadow Word Pain here would be fan-fucking-tastic deck. Definitely not the Entomb. This deck is telling, our deck right now thinks we're playing against a Control Warrior. Let me tell you, I'm not playing against any Control Warrior. So Sylvanas out of our Barns would be great. So you drop us a Barn, you could drop a Sylvanas, or you can give us the if you want to give us the Bog Creeper, and then we can draw into Resurrect. I'll accept that as also a token of acceptance. So Sylvanas or Bog, and then draw into Resurrect. Yes. Yes. Me and Tyrande aren't on the same wavelength right now. That's the problem. We need to tweak that. Alright, so another answer would be Soul Priest into Circle of Healing to deal with all of these Totem Golems. So again, maybe we'll a little Juju magic and we'll get it going on. Lightning Storm. Interesting play nonetheless. Worked out, rolled high. Nice. There's the Blade Master. So the Blade Master contests kind of this. This doesn't contest anything. So I guess we just Blade Master and pretend like we're doing something this game. This hand is fucking atrocious. Normally we don't draw Rag, double Entomb, double Soul Priest, and Car and Bloodhoof in our opening fucking hand. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I guess the trade is good for us because we just want to kind of survive as long as possible. Jesus, come on, man. Like, this is just bad. Do we heal ourselves? Because if we play the Soul Priest, we at least play something, right? Alright, play the 4-drop 7/7. Give my Shadow Word Death some use, man. Or hex that. Make me get some value. Give me something here. Lightning Bolt. Fuck me. 1 mana kills my 4 mana. Alright, right here. Circle of Healing. Easy. Off the top, Circle of Healing. We can make the comeback. Fuck. Alright, so he has 7. He has exactly 10 damage, which means we have to Entomb an Azure Drake. Next turn's Bog, if we even live that long. I don't think we're living that long. He needs 6 damage, and he's in Shaman. He has 6 mana to do so. That's 1 mana per damage. He rolls Spell Power because his life's easy. Oh, doesn't get the Spell Power, goes with the Spirits. Alright, again, there's a Circle of Healing, Excavated Evil. Fuck! What do we do? All of these are our highest cards in our deck. Like, we only run fucking, like, what, 8 creatures in the deck? And he's just got what he needs to succeed, man. Alright, we need to check the creature ratio in this deck. Like, I feel like these draws are just terrible. Like, I really want to take a look at this curve. I know I'm not making it up. I know this curve is low. Ooh, maybe it's not so low. But let's look at the creature count. So we have what? 4, 5, 7. We have Priest of the Feast. I didn't even know this was still a card in our deck. What is this? 9, 10, 12. We have 12 creatures in our deck. The rest of it is either removal, AoE, removal, AoE, removal. It's alright though. Maybe we can fix this a little bit though. It feels like we just keep getting bogged down with all of like Rag, Bog, Sylvanas, Entombs. Maybe 2 Entombs is too much, but I feel like it's necessary, right? Like what more early game could we put in this deck besides sacrificing too much at the later end? Maybe card draw is the problem. So because we run Circle of Healings and the Circle of Healings and the Injureds, maybe it's okay to throw in the Northshires, right? Because then like turn 1 Northshire, turn 2 Coin, Circle of Healing, fucking fucker. But that just seems bad because like the chances of that happening with me are like 0 to none. Like that's not happening. Like we run as much AoE as this deck could possibly muster up. We're running both of the Holy Novas, we're running both Excavated Evils, we're running 2 Circle of Healings, and running 2 Soul Priests. That is 6 fucking forms of AoE. Maybe the Blood Mage. No, because the Blood Mage, like, the thing about putting in the like low quality draw mechanics, such as like loot hoarders and stuff, is the fact that if Barn pulls them, it's just, like the whole deck needs to resurrect decent creatures because there's nothing else in the deck. Like, the reason that there's Bogs and Rags and Sylvanas and Bloodhoof is because if they come out of the Onyx Bishop, we can win. That is the win. The win mechanic is resurrecting decent creatures. If we put in shitty creatures that draw us cards, we're gonna resurrect shitty creatures to draw us fucking shitty cards. So, like, if we give some, we gotta give some. And did I just say we have to give some, we gotta give some? If we take some, we have to give some. So it's just like, if you take out high creatures, put in low creatures, then it just like ruins the ratio of the resurrects. And the reason the resurrects are so good is because these are the cards in the deck. So I honestly just, I want to say it's bad draws, right? Like, it's not even like we're holding on to stuff, waiting to play stuff, like we're trying to get the most value out of it. We just literally have nothing to play. So yeah, I think more testing is needed. Like, we even, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't keep Soul Priest in our opening hand. But the thing is, if we don't keep Soul Priest and then we draw Circle of Healing, that's even more useless, right? Because this card actually does nothing without Injured Blade Master. But if we draw Injured Blade Master or the... Where are you at? The Soul Priest, these cards can be played on their own and still be valuable. But the Circle of Healing is garbage by itself. Just, it's bad. So I don't know. Maybe Shadow Madness? But that also seems bad because that's a 4-drop and we're already stacked with 4-drops. We already have quite a few, you know, we have 5 creatures that are 4-drops. I don't know. I think more testing needs to be done. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say, of course, because I get a lot of my feedback and a lot of my deck ideas, and a lot of the tweaks that are made to the deck comes from maybe not a specific recommendation, but an accumulative recommendation from all you guys. I like take it, you know, a little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here, mush it all together like a little ninja blender, and it comes out into like a nice deck smoothie. And that's basically how my mind works. So as always, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed. Sorry this one was a little bit shorter than the rest, but I am exhausted and I need to go to bed, because as you can see, I don't even make sense anymore. So as always, thank you for watching. Like always, I always appreciate you guys supporting this new channel, and I just enjoy making the videos, and I enjoy hearing the feedback and what you guys say about them. So as always, I'm Warshack. I feel like I've said this 3 times already, and happy whatever the hell day it is.